Welcome back everyone, and thanks for joining me for another episode of my Manchester United career on FIFA 19. We are kicking today's episode off with some Premier League action. We are here at Old Trafford today to take on Bournemouth. We need to put that loss in the Manchester derby behind us. We can't afford to dwell on it too much, and we need to react positively here in this game today. For Manchester United then, this is the lineup. There's two changes. Valencia comes in as captain. Chris Smalling is replaced by Eric Bailly, and it's a front three of Jesse Lingard, Marcus Rashford, who's in great form at the moment, and Martial. Callum Wilson on the ball then. Nice little back heel to Loftus-Cheek, sticks his foot out, gets his shot away, and it's comfortable for David De Gea. Valencia going to get to that first. Going to give the ball to Tielemans. There's Luke Shaw now. Out wide to Anthony Martial. It's back down to Pogba. Tielemans in plenty of space, just outside the penalty area, strikes it and scores. First blood for Manchester United, and it's some finish on his right foot, finessed, and he has a little help with the post on the way in, just clipping it across the line. You can see Pogba creating that space for Tielemans, brilliantly done. Here is Paul Pogba now. Been brilliant so far today, and that is a fantastic searching ball to seek out Jesse Lingard. It's in for Marcus Rashford, and it's two. He just can't seem to stop scoring at the moment, and that's a good thing. He's stepped up brilliantly since Romelu Lukaku has been out of action on the shelf with that injury. Just look at the way he finished that through the legs of Begovic, and it's 2-0. And that's Ryan de Ligt. Misses his challenge. Luke Shaw going to head that away. Pogba with a heavy touch. And Pogba, in frustration, takes down Callum Wilson inside the penalty area. It is going to be a penalty. It's going to be a yellow card. And this is something we need to work on. 3 penalties in our last 3 games conceded. Not good enough. And Pogba knows it. So Callum Wilson to get Bournemouth back into this game. To make it 2-1. Up against David De Gea. Callum Wilson misses. He's hit the post, and it's out for a goal kick. Brooks on the ball for Bournemouth here. Going to give that to Aquino. Brooks again. Nice passage of play here. Aquino to Brooks. Wilson. Aquino, the Mexican, has made it 2-1. He's made up for that missed penalty by Callum Wilson just moments ago. Great passage of play. One-touch stuff from Bournemouth, which has unlocked the United defence. And Bournemouth, just like that, are right back in this game. They have a real spring in their step at the moment now. Bournemouth, Bailly with the clearance. It's Tielemans out wide to Anthony Martial. He's going to beat his man just about as well. Finds Marcus Rashford. Going to push out wide here. Nice step over. Creates himself a bit of space. Hits it from long range. And it's just fizzled past the target. Eric Bailly pushing forwards as the centre half. Here is Marcus Rashford now. Sitting quite deep here. Finds Valencia first time to Jesse Lingard now. No options in the box. There is now, and it's fallen for Yuri Tielemans. It's 3-1 right before half time. What a time to strike. What a time to double your lead. It's criminal that the ball is getting past the Bournemouth defender there to find Tielemans. Almost too easy. Pogba wins the ball. Got to be careful. Look at this for space now for Marcus Rashford. And with the form is in, yes, it's 4-1. And we've only really just kicked off for the second half here at Old Trafford. I feel as though there's plenty more goals left in this game. 4-1. United have tore that Bournemouth defence apart here today. And that is some finish from Marcus Rashford on the finesse. Top right hand corner. Beautifully done. Can Bournemouth start to claw and scratch their way back into this game? Poor clearance. Loftus-Cheek finds Brooks, and he's put that wide. Surely De Ligt should be on the end of that. He does get to the ball first. Bailly with a really poor clearance. We've just seen Rico pick up the loose ball. It's in. Maguire with the clearance. Lerma hits it. Tielemans blocks. The ball bouncing all over the place. It's into the back of the net. But it's not going to stand. It was offside. As we'll see on the replay now. He got back to his feet. And as the ball came to him, well offside. There we go. It's all over here at Old Trafford. It's finished Manchester United 4, Bournemouth 1. It's the perfect response after we dropped all 3 points at the Etihad against Manchester City in the last episode. And up next, we're in the Champions League. There's the table then after that 4-1 win against Bournemouth. Manchester United back to top spot by 2 points. Burnley, they've had a fantastic start to the new season. They're still second. Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea still battling it out. And up next in the league, we've got Spurs. Manchester United's new hero, Youri Tielemans. How amazing has this lad been since signing in the summer? He's scored quite a few beautiful goals as well already. We're only, what, 9-10 games into the league? He's made 11 appearances so far in all competitions, scored 4 goals overall and picked up a 7.6 rating. His best performances and most appearances have come in the Premier League. And I gotta say, he's settled into life in England perfectly. Couldn't have wished for a better start, really, could he? The 22-year-old. And he's done a brilliant job of replacing Ander Herrera, who left in the summer for Bayer Leverkusen. I just can't wait to get Romelu Lukaku back in the team after his injury and get those two linking up. I mean, we've already seen glimpses of it between him and Pogba. So much creativity, so many goals already. And then throw Lukaku into the mix. Well, here we go. We're back in the Champions League. Galatasaray at home to Manchester United. This is the group as it stands after 2 games. We are second, just a point above Galatasaray. With that big game away to Spurs on the weekend in mind, a few changes have been made to the United lineup. Chris Smalling comes in, reinstated as captain. Kramaric starts ahead of Martial, but Rashford looks to continue his form. That's for Paul Pogba, who's onside here. It's a poor touch, keeper off his line quickly, who denies Paul Pogba the opening goal here. Marcus Rashford will of course be looking to continue his good form. 6 goals in his last 3 matches. Here is Matic now. Kramaric. Back to Matic. First time to Luke Shaw on the overlap. Brilliantly done. Luke Shaw finds Matic again. It's a good idea. And it almost falls for Paul Pogba there. Here is Matic. Seeing a lot of the ball at the moment. And that is a fantastic save. Keeping Galatasaray in it. Here is Dalot. Marcus Rashford back to Dalot again. Has the option of Jesse Lingard out wide. It's in first time. And it's fallen for Kramaric. But the keeper again looking lively. There is Andre Kramaric. Through the middle for Marcus Rashford. Scored a similar effort against PSG back at Old Trafford. Rashford out wide to Luke Shaw. Through the middle. Look at the space for Matic. And again, the keeper denies him of a superb goal. Paredes comes forwards. No challenge made. And it's cost United. It's 1-0 Galatasaray. 58 minutes on the clock. I think it's fair to say that that is so undeserved for Galatasaray. They've hardly seen any sight of goal. And just like that, they have an opening. And they've made United pay here. Fernando. Feghouli. It's a comfortable save for De Gea. Pogba, plenty of space here. Pogba, nice step over. Creates more space for himself. Hits it! And it's another world-class save from Muslera. And Galatasaray goalkeeper. Great bit of skill from Pogba to get into that pocket of space and to hit it as well. Pogba holding up play nicely in central midfield. Feeds it out wide for Luke Shaw here. Great bit of skill. Finds Kramaric, turns on it, hits it, takes a deflection, and the keeper has been beaten. He is angry with his defence. But what a moment for that man there. Manchester United's new number 7, Kramaric. What a vital goal as he's got the equaliser here. It was always going to be tough playing away against Galatasaray. But United do deserve that. It's been coming. It's Fernando to Paredes. And got the assist for that first goal. And that's a good through ball. And Feghouli was offside. Could have easily been 2-1 there to Galatasaray. And it was Chris Smalling just playing him offside. It's been another tough night in the Champions League for Manchester United away from home. It's finished Galatasaray 1 and Manchester United 1. And if it wasn't for that man there, Andre Kramaric, we would have been walking away pointless. The absolute saviour for United. We needed that point. We needed the 3 points really. But it was always going to be a tough ask, a tough test here away to Galatasaray. So we're at the midpoint of the group stages here in the Champions League. We're still second, but by a point. Galatasaray still breathing down our neck. We've still got to play them again, but at Old Trafford. PSG 2 points above us at the moment. So up next, it's Spurs against Manchester United. Last season at Spurs' new ground wasn't the best of starts there for United. We lost 2-0 last season there, so I'm hoping we can right that wrong. But saying that, Spurs, they've invested well in the last 2 or 3 transfer windows, and they did beat us, of course, back at Wembley at the start of the season in the Community Shield final. Well, Maurizio Pochettino, I think he's playing mind games here. He's praising Romelu Lukaku, saying that there's certain players that you need to show more respect to than others. Well, Romelu Lukaku's been injured for, what, the last 4, 5, 6 weeks? He's not going to be fit for this game against Spurs on the weekend. Hopefully this works in our favour. Hopefully he's overlooked the in-form Marcus Rashford. This is what the Premier League is all about. We are live from Tottenham's new ground for Tottenham against Manchester United. Previous 2 games against Spurs have ended in defeat for Manchester United. How can we forget that Community Shield final at the start of this season? That 3-1 loss at Wembley. We need to exact some revenge here today. Here are the teams then. Toby Alderweireld starts on the bench today. Not sure what Pochettino sees in Kolarov, but it'll be interesting. Maybe we can get at him, target him, and find a way through that defence. But Sanchez, Coleman and Alaba all start. Eric Dyer, Pizzi, Lucas, Dele Alli and Coman, with Harry Kane up top. And they do have Rabiot and Son as options on the bench. Son, who absolutely devastated us in this game last season. For Manchester United, it's De Ligt, Smalling and Maguire as the back 3. Valencia, Tielemans, Pogba and Shaw in midfield. And it's the front 3 of Jesse Lingard, Marcus Rashford and Martial. United looking to start quickly here. Lingard finds the overlap of Valencia, swings it in first time looking for Rashford, and it's just in front of him and he can't bring it down quick enough. Kingsley Coman, one-man army at the moment for Spurs. Going unchallenged, and De Ligt finally comes in. It's going to be a corner to Tottenham then. Here is Harry Kane. Scored against United in the Community Shield final to make it 3-1. Almost made it 1-0 there if it wasn't for De Gea. 17 minutes in. Tottenham, they're turning the screw. Here's Eric Dyer. Lucas has found Harry Kane here. Chris Smalling putting him under some pressure. Back out to Eric Dyer. It's first time from Coleman, and it's in for Coleman. Coleman to Coman, and it's 1-0 Spurs. A brilliant run made by Kingsley Coman. Almost ghosted his way into the penalty area. Went unmarked. Just stuck his foot out and had De Gea beat. 1-0 to Tottenham. Tottenham growing in confidence. Big time here. Pogba cleared. Oh, what a save from De Gea, and it's going to be a penalty. That's another penalty. Paul Pogba has conceded for Manchester United. He got booked in the game against Bournemouth, but he's been sent off in this game for that challenge there on Eric Dyer. Maurizio Pochettino happy. Wanted the penalty, has got it, and it's going to be his star man Harry Kane, his captain, to step up and take against David De Gea, and he makes it 2-0. Confident penalty. He's always going to score it. 2-0 Tottenham. How do United respond? A few changes have been made. They're looking to start off quickly to the second half here. Valencia, that's a good block from Kolarov. Sanchez for Lucas. United struggling after going down to 10 men. Here is Harry Kane. It's Lucas again. Struck by Dyer. Blocked by Valencia. And that's a poor clearance from Maguire. And it's cost Manchester United. It's 3-0. And what reactions from Harry Kane to head that down for Lucas, and what a volley. Dear oh dear. It's Coman to Eric Dyer. Here's Lucas. Kane to Dele Alli. First time into the hands of De Gea. Spurs, they're out for blood. They're out for a fourth. It's Dele Alli, first time into the box. And Son's gone down, looking for a penalty. Get out of here. Here is Rabiot. to Kane. First time from Dele Alli! Whoo! It's an absolute rocket. It's 4-0 Spurs. Manchester United have been beaten from pillar to post here today. It's certainly going to be back to the drawing board for United. This just isn't good enough today, but that is some finish, to be fair. Maurizio Pochettino's pre-match comments, I think, worked here against the Premier League champions today. It's finished Spurs 4, Manchester United 0. Still a lot of work to be done with this Manchester United team, I think. I thought that loss to Atletico Madrid last season in the Champions League, which finished 5-1, I thought that was our worst performance so far, but today certainly was. We failed to register a shot on target. So Marcus Rashford out for 5 days. He did pick up a knock in that game against Spurs. He did have to go off at half time, and this is bad. We are now without our star striker. Yes, losing 4-0 away from home to Spurs is not good enough. It's disgraceful from Manchester United's point of view. But the only positive we can take from that game is the fact that we're only 10 games into the season and not 30. And that we're only a point behind league leaders Burnley. A lot of work still to be done then here at Manchester United. It's time to roll up those sleeves and knuckle down. Anyway guys, that is it for this episode. Thanks for watching. It's a shame it's had to finish in such a terrible way. We need to be better. We will be better. Thanks for watching.